Noah, they announced earlier this morning that the All-Star Race will be back here in 2025. Is that a move that you're happy to see, or would you rather there be a 400-lap points race here in the future?
I think this place is cool. It'd be interesting to see how it races with more grip and whatnot. But always a lot of fans here. It's a cool place. I think it's probably good for the All-Star race with the Cup cars, just because a points race, it seems like the Cup cars are performing better on the mile and a half. So I don't want to say anything negative about this place, but it seems like the mile and a half are where this car bread and butter is. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how the new asphalt and the cars react. You got different tires, so that'll be good for the sport as a whole, not just for the All-Star race, but kind of test that out and see this weekend and see if we can take the softer, gauge tires to a different track in the future and see how it lays rubber and whatnot. But this place is cool.
You're obviously in the top 5 in the fan vote right now. There's reports that you may be even leading the fan vote. So is that something that's in the back of your mind come the Open Sunday afternoon and maybe factors into how you race the people around you?
I think maybe a little bit. You definitely want to have a good run, but last year I clipped the inside wall into one, just misjudged it and destroyed our car, and then kind of just had to ride around for the whole feature. So probably be a lot more patient on as far and have better judgment behind the wheel and not try overly hard to where I put myself in a bad position if we were to get the fan vote and not transferring off the top 2. So you definitely don't want to rely on the fan vote, and you never know if you'll get it, but I do appreciate all the support for the fans. It's pretty cool to be in that top 5 again, and I was very grateful for it last year to be a part of the race and get voted in. It sucks I tore the car up and didn't provide a better show just because I tore that thing up so bad. But this year I'll try to just keep the car in one piece for sure, and try and race up front and finish in the top 2, but try and have something if we can't get in off the top 2 for the fan vote to race in the All-Star race.
They announced the new mid-season tournament earlier this week that'll take place starting next year. It will also pay $1 million to win, same as the All-Star race. Do you think that diminishes the value of the All-Star race in any way? Do you think maybe because of that the All-Star race will need a pay increase in the future?
No, I think the All-Star race is different because there's select number of guys in the field, right? It's just two different things. I don't think you can look at it as one and the same. So I don't know if it takes anything away from the All-Star race by any means. It's just more excitement, for other races.
Last question. Obviously, your teammates Ryan Priest and Josh Berry have been pretty involved over the past couple months in the late model world. Are there any plans for you to run any super late model races or even late model stock car races this year?
Probably some super late models at the end of the year with Red Jones Racing and Snowball Derby. We're going to try and hit, but with the Xfinity car and the Cup schedule, it's hard to kind of logistically plan all that stuff and make it all work. Just with what we got right now, the Xfinity car, Red Jones Racing, who I race that super late model for, they kind of got their hands full with that Xfinity program right now and have it spaced out. They're also running Kyle Steckley and a super late model over there this year. He's been doing a great job. He's from up in Canada. So with that being said, we want to hit the Derby at the end of the season, but it'd be hard to hit some during the season.
Thank you. Josh, they announced this morning that the All-Star race will be back here again next year. Is that a decision you're happy about as a short track guy, or would you rather this be a 400-lap points race in the future?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I think both are great ideas, but ultimately with the schedule and everything they're working on, this is where it landed, which is obviously a positive. So I think as this place, especially now with the upgrades that they put in this facility, now the repave, in years to come, the racing's only going to continue to improve, and maybe we can see a points race later on down the road.
They announced earlier this week the new in-season tournament that will also pay $1 million to win. With that paying the exact same as the All-Star race, do you think that diminishes the value of the All-Star race in any way? Do you think either of them need a pay increase or decrease at all?
I don't know. I think obviously the money that they put out there is a really good thing, right? I mean, more than anything. I mean, yeah, it's just more money in the pot, so I think it's a plus for everybody. I don't think it devalues anything. Obviously, it's just a really cool opportunity. I think it'll bring a lot of eyes to the the field in different areas and the different matchups. I definitely think it's positive.
We're going to have two different tire options here for the first time ever. Well, not ever, since the All-Star race in 2017. How do you expect that to play out? Which of those do you think is going to be the better option, and would you like to see something more like this in the future?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely think it's a good idea, and I think we're all on board with applauding Goodyear and NASCAR for the effort to try to do this. With this being a repave, it's going to be hard to tell how it reacts, right? I think it could go one way or the other, but obviously if the softer tire lasts, depending on how long the softer tire lasts, the softer tire is going to be better because it's going to be softer and it's going to be faster. It's just a matter of where the fall off lies compared to what our normal tire is, and hopefully we can get a gauge of that in practice. If not, then we'll use the heat races maybe and see how that all plays out and try to get the most information we can together to give ourselves the best opportunity on Sunday.
Obviously, the Cars Tour rained out on Wednesday night, but you did get to get a few practice laps in earlier in the morning in similar weather conditions to what we're going to have all weekend. Do you think any of those extra laps on track are going to help you this weekend?
Yeah, I think any day spent in a race car is a great way to prepare as a driver. So I think and especially with it being that I've already made laps here, I think that'll definitely help. I've kind of got an idea, but ultimately a next-gen Cup car is a good bit different than a late model stock. But all in all, the laps I think will definitely help prepare us, and Rodney was here as well, so we kind of have maybe a little bit more of an idea. But ultimately, it's going to come down to how we unload here and the adjustments we make, and I think we can have a solid weekend.
Last question: any other confirmed Cars Tour races on your schedule this year?
We're looking at. I'm not entirely sure on the date. I think Hickory at the end of July, I believe, is the next one. We're looking at a couple more past that, and then I'm running the ASA race next Thursday at Hickory too.
Thank you.
Steven Stump of Frontstretch.com here. Come back for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.